Run your own race isn't just a lifestyle. I created it after going undrafted as a way to represent my journey. Each of us are running our own race. It was something to stop comparing myself to other people's journey and just to stay focused in the lane that I'm in. If anyone does that, they can end up being successful in whatever it is they're doing.
Good luck, bro.
Thank you, appreciate it.
He's a kind of guy like you. You know, he's a kid that has a lot of potential and has not been yet all exposed, and is doing everything he can to make shit happen.
We're on a smaller team, so trying to take the fight to the big dogs.
I know exactly how that is.
I want to introduce you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Yep.
Get better soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. What I'm really proud is that I own MPI, the steering wheel company, and I'm building the steering wheel. This is my creation.
This is yours.
Yes.
It's so sexy.
The steering wheel, it's a very unique thing. It's shaped on the hand of Scott Dixon.
His hand.
Yeah. This grip has 27% more grip feel than suede. Scott in the race is gonna make less effort when he drives. When you're in the car, it's like having 40-pound dumbbell like this, maybe more in the car.
For how long?
3.5 hours. Average heart rate in the car, never below 150. Never below 150. You need to be a real athlete to drive.
Yeah.
They exercise every day. So this is my creation.
Amazing.
And we did, I'm really, really proud of this.
That's crazy. How did you hurt it?
In the game against the Pacers? Yeah. Where are you guys from?
Dallas.
You guys started what? 5, 6, how many years ago?
12 years ago.
12?
It's insane. It dates me.
Really?
I feel old. We were juniors at A&M when we kicked off, and we've been at it for a while.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Good luck. It's great to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
See what's up.
For sure.
Y'all enjoy y'all's time out here too.
Be good.
He's a baby. Your dad might not have been born then.
71.
Yeah, okay. I was doing it. That was late 70s, early 80s. Yeah.
And 91 here.
And 91.
30 years
This is my
ago.
30th anniversary. We've been celebrating.
Being from Indiana, and the fact that the Indy 500 is the biggest spectacle, not just in Indiana or the nation, but one of the biggest sporting events in the world. I kind of took it for granted not knowing the history. To get this opportunity to really see the behind the scenes and how influential the sport is to racing, to just culture in general. I mean, you kind of look back and be like, dang, I wish I knew more about it earlier. So, it's cool that my brother and I were able to, have the opportunity to experience it together. And I definitely know moving forward, when it comes to racing, even these drivers and their history, their stories, how they got to one of the biggest events in their life. I'm gonna learn so much more about it. I can definitely see a lot of parallels in my story with one of the drivers we got to meet. His name's Sage. We got to go and check out his car and listen to his story, and it reminded me a lot of myself grinding through the G League to get your first opportunity in the NBA. And his first opportunity here at the Indy 500 is the biggest spectacle. So it's super dope, man. It's definitely a blessing to get to see this kind of thing. Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks now since I had my appointment in New York, and that was the 3-week mark. We're closing in on the 5-week mark come Monday. So, I just spent this time back in Indy with family, doing some physical therapy here. And honestly, the work that we've been doing has been really good. I've seen a lot of progress in my foot. When I was in New York, I was still on 2 crutches. I got off crutches this past Monday. So for me, seeing those small baby steps, they're super rewarding. Just feeling the small victories along this way, even though it's still super early, has been great. The PT focus is strengthening that calf, getting some more mobility. And so I've just been locked in on it. It's been pretty mundane for 2 weeks, but sometimes the biggest steps, they're not glamorous. So the fact that we're doing the same stuff over and over again, but seeing small incremental change, it's great. I definitely have struggled with the fact that, my season ended short. Coming to terms with that was difficult, even though I feel like I was able to shift my mindset to like a positive mindset about it pretty fast. Going through, things pretty much the same every day, doing small little ankle movements, which don't seem like big things when you're used to running and jumping and sliding and cutting and doing all these things. It's not sexy by any means, but I have to go through it. It's been a very big challenge. It's been very, very challenging. And I've definitely gotten down on myself in terms of knowing where I was at during the season, feeling really good about where I was in terms of taking the next step in my career. And now kind of just moving my ankle up and down just a little bit here and there. But my physical therapist here, her name is Terry. She's been amazing. She's definitely picked my spirits up. When you're healthy and things are going well, you don't think about the things that are actually super important, not just your physical well-being, but your mental well-being. Being in a boot, in a way, it's limiting not just the ankle, but it's limiting my day-to-day activities. I want to get up and go to the fridge and get a drink, but if I have my boot off to elevate my foot, I can't walk on it. So either I crawl over to the fridge, and I feel like I'm sitting here on my knees crawling when, just a month ago I was able to walk and do things I take for granted just so easily. That gets very frustrating. That PT schedule for me is that one thing in the day that's a controllable. It's where I can go. I can focus on this, focus on my recovery, go in there and feel like that's where my purpose is at in that day. Each day, I'm learning and I'm growing. I think that's one thing with injuries or even just setbacks in general in life. You look at them and they can be negative, or you can grow through them and actually come out much stronger, much more mature because of it. It's been a great time at home. Definitely recharged, refueled, and recentered myself so I can focus on this next step of the journey. Because once they let me out of that boot, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on and popping. Looking at the camera? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh, Dad's doing it too? Look.
It was great to stop by my grandma's house. That's actually my great-grandma, my mom's dad's mom and dad. So she's taken a couple falls, has been in and out of the hospital. I had to see her before I left. And it was just so cool to be doing some of her physical therapy with her, because obviously I need to do physical therapy too. So, for me, that was just a moment to tell her, we're both in this boat together. I obviously love her to death, and I'm glad I could share that moment with her. That's our rival school, St. Joe's. I think when I was a kid, I remember my mom working here at the local South Bend clinic. It's like every little place has a memory for me when I come home. So that's why sometimes I just come home, meet up with friends and obviously family, but I just drive around through the city and just think about how much it's made me into who I am. One of my goals when I was in high school, I tell people I want to put the city on the map. I'm from Mishawaka, not South Bend, which everyone wants to say they're from South Bend because it's the bigger city. But I always said I'm from Mishawaka. It's just where I was born. Just come home and get fuel from the city, get fuel from knowing that I've been through these streets, driven these roads before as a kid who wanted to go and fulfill his dreams and live out his dreams. So I come back more mature. I come back more refined. I guess it's really special. This place is really special to me.
Being at home is always great. Being the oldest sibling, my siblings, they've always supported me in everything that I've done. So, my mom, she thought it'd be a great idea to surprise Dylan with a limo, with some of his friends and family, obviously. They really just have a great time celebrating Dylan, really just celebrating, us being together. It's not too often that we all get to be together here. We're all doing things, I'm in different places and everyone's working and focused, but today we just wanted to relax, kick back, obviously have a good time, and just enjoy these moments together. Because for me, I'm going to Seattle for the next 2 weeks. I'm starting my physical therapy out there. Now it's time for me to take this next step.
Happy birthday, dear Dylan. Happy birthday.